with finding someone that you want in a partner, is that hard?
Absolutely. 1000%.
How do you go about it? Because it's a completely different world than me.
Hard.
Yeah.
Let me explain what my difficulty is, and I think that would shine light onto why it is so like. So for me, I think a lot of people, what has been successful with my brand in particular is I'm a mind fuck.
What do you mean?
So being the way that I am, obviously, surgeries, whatever, they can do a lot, but you can't do surgeries on everything, right? Like
Okay.
I'm 5'4", shoe size is 6, tiny, it's just like, I've always been very feminine. And even as presenting myself as a boy, people thought I was a girl. I'd have full shaven head, go into the boys' bathroom. The old white men would be like, why are you in here? The girls' bathroom's over there. So I think that after going through this transformation and presenting myself online, that I have the mind fuck because the media doesn't typically spotlight trans women in the way that I present myself. So that being said, it's more of like they want the caricature of the trans woman. They want the 7 foot tall, wig, drag queen. They want that kind of like, oh, it's a dude, that kind of like ha 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 moment.
Sure.
Whereas I am living my life authentically as just this college, at the time, a college student, graduated and posting IG. I'm like an IG bat, like any other girl you see on Instagram these days, like posting up half naked pictures, like my whole ass, like whatever it might be. And so in relationships, I think it's very difficult for me because guys who typically wouldn't have ever thought they would stray the path necessarily.
Sure.
Not to say that being with the trans woman is straying the path, but I think that when you throw that label onto it, it's very difficult. So for me, it's always been hard because it's like, yes, I get the acceptance and approval of a lot of different guys who maybe necessarily weren't thinking that they would be into trans or have, gone this, dabbled or whatever. But it's hard in the sense that it has fucked me over in building relationships with these people or whoever it may be, and then being like, yo, no, I can't get over this whole like trans thing. And it's especially mind fucking because, which I definitely do not, for anyone watching, what the word is called pussy stunting, which is like my whole thing, pussy stunt, whatever. It's when you essentially trick a guy.
Oh, that's what that means?
Kind of.
I was literally going to come in and say that because you were late, you were pussy stunting on me. I'm so glad that's not how I opened.
No.
I didn't know that's what it
It's one
meant.
of those words that has like multiple meanings.
Okay.
So, but the real, like the street, like trans term for it, pussy stunting, it's like stunting on a guy that like,
Oh, wow.
I have had moments where I've gone on dates with guys, not telling them that I'm trans, because also too, I don't feel like it's something that I owe to everybody, right?
Because you feel like you're you.
I'm me.
At the core of it.
And it's like, yes, of course, if I'm going to be intimate with someone, and of course, if my safety, and that's the biggest thing, it's like, of course, like definitely don't go into a situation where you're not telling somebody and you're trying to trick, because I have had that happen where I've, the guy's kind of freaked out or whatever, like, why didn't you tell me? Like, this whole thing. But it's like, and that's why I think it's a little dangerous. But for me, where it's become difficult is the fact that once I throw a label on it, everything changes. But I've experienced it as me just having a connection with the guy and it being the best, most amazing experience ever, and him truly falling in love with me. And then once I throw the label on it, or once, he starts thinking about it more, it just is too hard and difficult for him to get past that.
Interesting.